Hi, I'm Jenna Lane, your Bucs insider for SportsTalkFlorida.com. Earlier this offseason, the Bucs parted ways with right guard Davin Joseph, a fixture on the offensive line. They also don't know the status of Carl Nix, who is hopeful that he'll be ready in time for training camp in late July. But with that being said, the Bucs have a clear need at the guard position. So let's talk about the offensive guards that the team could be going after in the upcoming draft. I'm going to start with Zach Martin out of Notre Dame, who most talent evaluators will say is the top guard prospect, despite the fact that he didn't play guard at all when he was at Notre Dame. The knock on him, and the reason why most people aren't considering him a left tackle prospect, is because he doesn't necessarily have the length or the frame or the footwork that you would want in a left tackle. But it was pretty impressive that he had 52 career starts at that position. He has tremendous technique, and he's certainly someone that, if the Bucs maybe wanted to trade down in the first round, they could get their hands on. The reason I say that is I'm not so sure that he would be a 7th overall pick. I think that's a little high for him. The next guy I want to talk about is Xavier Su'a-Filo out of UCLA. Played in Jim Mora's offense down there. The thing that was most impressive for me in watching him on tape, now he also can play left tackle and guard, is his footwork. You watch his lateral agility, and that's something that he actually credits his father for teaching him how to jump rope at a young age. So I thought that was really interesting. Moves extremely well for a big guy, and you're starting to see a lot more of that with the offensive linemen that are coming out of the draft. Next guy I want to talk about is Stanford guard David Yankee, a guy who can also play tackle, was Jonathan Martin's replacement at Stanford at the left tackle position, allowed 1 sack in 42 career starts. That's really impressive. And you look at him, I love the fact that he's got such good length on his arms. You're going to hear a lot of that being talked about, and the reason that's so important is because, when these offensive linemen are able to get their hands on defenders, it makes it very difficult for defenders to disengage. So that's definitely a plus with him. The one knock on him, I would say, though, is his pad level. Needs to play just a little bit lower. But if he can get that consistent, you watch what he's able to do on tape, a heck of a run blocker. I think he could be a great asset to this offense and the running backs that they have. The last guy I want to talk about is Mississippi State's Gabe Jackson, an absolute mammoth at 336 pounds. Now, with guys that are that size, sometimes they look the part, but it doesn't mean that they actually have the power. He does. He has the frame, he has the core strength, he has the power. The one thing I would say about him that's keeping him from being essentially a starter next year is sometimes he can get a little inconsistent with his technique. So if he can refine that, if he can clean that up, you could see him starting for a team possibly next year. So keep those questions rolling in on Twitter. That was how I got this topic this week. You guys have been fantastic with that. Hit me up on Twitter at Jenna Lane Bucs. That's JennaLaneBucs. We'll see you next week.